We are starting another week off, and this week it is cold. So,
very cold.
So last week's video, I told you all that we were going to have some warm days, and that I was looking forward. I said I hadn't asked Kevin about it or talked to Kevin about it, but I would like to have cheeseburgers. So at the end of last week's vlog, you saw me sitting at the table eating a cheeseburger, and it was absolutely delicious.
It's a good cheeseburger.
It was a good cheeseburger, and it was a good size. Kevin, we bought a 1 pound package of ground beef, and I told Kevin, I said, just half it between the two of us. And so that's how big those cheeseburgers were, and they were just incredible. So it did get warm enough for us to do that. It got up to like what,
65 or something like that?
One day. It was crazy. But now we have dropped back down. I mean, we are in January, and it is Central Kentucky, so that's fair. And so we've dropped back down, and so now we're back. I'm back in gloves and a scarf, and my...
It's in the 20s.
My big cut, yeah, it's in the 20s. But it's getting up to 40
something.
Yeah, 40 something. So it won't be bad in a couple of hours. It won't be bad. But the car was frosty, so we did have to warm up the car. So if you have a garage, or if you live in a place that's warm year round, then you just have forgotten probably that you had to do that ever. Or if you may have been lucky and you may not have ever had to do that. But we have to, if the car has frost on it or snow or something like that, we have to come warm up the car. Kevin does. Warms up the car or cleans off the snow or whatever before we can even leave the house, because we do not have a garage. So it's out in the elements all the time. But I know, like, Andrew has an automatic starter on his truck.
Yeah.
And he loves it. He loves it. And then Ashley had a automatic starter on her previous car, but since she's gotten a different car, she has not had that done to this one. But she loved it too. It was like one of the best things on that car, she thought. And I can understand that, can't you?
Yeah, just be able to, well, you could just start your car up and just stay inside
Right.
where it's warm.
Right. But we've never done that clearly with this car, and so we just go outside and warm it up, and it didn't take, about 10 minutes, and then we're ready to go. We just know that that's something we have to do before we leave. So anyway, we have I think a fun discussion for you all this week, and it's probably going to be a lot of food talk, but that's what we're going to talk about. So Kevin's going to take it from here.
This is just a bunch of questions, like it's kind of like Would You Rather, but just asking questions kind of thing.
Discussion questions. Yeah.
So in a food fight, what food would you most love to throw?
Oh, that's a good question.
Can't say who I'm throwing it at. Are the people I don't like, or people I just like?
Well, I don't want to really hurt anybody, so I'm not going to ever pick like apples or oranges or something like that that's going to hurt somebody. And depending on the dinner roll, that would be a good choice, because it's round, and it would probably go a long distance, because you want to pick something that's going to go the distance.
Yeah, mashed potatoes and stuff wouldn't go very far.
No, it wouldn't. Noodles, no, wouldn't go. Noodles, spaghetti's not going to go very far. So potato chips isn't going to go that far. I probably would pick something like a dinner roll, like a Sister Schubert's dinner roll.
That's what I was thinking, like a roll, or if I'm up for just creating the ultimate mess, just grabbing handfuls of something and throwing it. I don't know, like spaghetti with sauce or something like that. If you grab a handful, I'd really go far.
I've gotten to the point in life where I'm so old that when I see them doing something like that in TV shows, I think somebody's got to clean up that mess.
Yep.
So there was some show we were watching. I know what it was. We were watching Landman, and he had bought like 1,000 roses or something. Do you remember?
Yes.
And he laid those petals all over the house, and she walks in, and this isn't Billy Bob Thornton, this is somebody else on the show. And anyway, my first thought was, somebody's got to clean that stuff up. So it wasn't like I thought it was romantic at all. I'm thinking, somebody's got to clean that up because he's made that mess.
Yeah, and they were thick too, like a carpet of them.
Yes, yeah.
You have to get a leaf blower.
I mean, it was pretty, but yeah, still, it's like, yeah, this is pretty for the moment, but then reality's going to sink in after. Of course, they don't talk about that part on TV.
They don't talk about the cleanup afterwards.
No.
Okay. What food would you never eat in a movie theater?
I personally would not eat potato chips.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crunchy.
Yeah, I would anything that's really that I'm gonna have to crunch into
Something loud. Anything loud.
Yeah, but probably potato chips.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. They have full-on cheeseburgers and French fries and stuff you can eat in a movie theater.
Nachos. Well, popcorn's not.
Yeah, nachos. Popcorn's not too awfully loud.
I'm very mindful of the movie I'm going to see, and like A Quiet Place. I wouldn't get anything.
Forgot to eat anything.
No, wouldn't eat one thing. I would get something to suck on, and that would be
or gummy candy, something like that.
Like Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah.
So I would eat like Sour Patch Kids, but anything like potato chips, anything crunchy like that, I would not get that.
Yeah, potato chips is a good one because I was thinking that too. And we've opened some bags. Just the bags themselves are so loud.
You have to be slick about it. Yeah. And that's something you got to teach your kids too. You have to teach your kids to be quiet in the movie theater.
Don't talk.
That's one of those things.
What food would you hate to eat with your fingers?
Oh, for you and me, a lot.
There's all kinds of
because
stuff.
you and I, I think we're both funny about that.
Yeah, I don't like my fingers to be nasty.
Kevin is special. Kevin's worse than me. But I don't think either one of us like to be dirty.
No, anything with a sauce, really.
Well, that's probably why you and I really don't get into wings.
Oh, chicken wings.
We've never gotten into wings.
You don't get much for them.
You don't get much
little
meat.
piece of chicken.
Yeah, and then you get it all over your hands.
Yeah.
And so I think chicken wings. I think that's a really good answer. But it's just the basic like
spaghetti,
pudding.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to eat pudding.
Yeah, stuff like that.
You could, but it'd be nasty.
Ice cream. I wouldn't want to eat. Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat ice cream with my fingers.
Yeah, soup would be difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, scooping it up with your hands and like sipping it. That'd be hard.
Yeah.
What food do you hate cooking?
I would say.
I don't really hate cooking anything.
No.
Some things are more like these really fancy cakes and stuff. There's a place called
well, I'm going 50.
The fancy
I'm not
cakes
going fast.
that you have to really like do all these steps to. They're kind of a pain, but yeah, you got to really slow down, or they should be.
Oh well, nobody else. I'm literally going 50, and I'm watching. I'm very mindful. Gosh,
Yeah,
there's 3
slow
cars pulled over. There must have been a wreck.
I don't know if I think all those cars are police cars except the first one.
Oh, you think they know each other?
Yeah, because they like to pull over people in gangs. I don't know why.
Okay. Well,
Anyway.
I don't blame them these days.
Any kind of cake or anything that's fancy. Like I made a cake one year. It was like a cherry something cake. And you had to bake the cake, and then you had to like scoop out stuff and put stuff in, and then layer another layer on top, and then frost those. It was awful.
I don't think I hate to make anything. I think because for example, I would have said way back rice. Because and some people would be like, oh, rice is nothing. Rice is no big deal. Well, I've never burnt rice. I've never messed up rice. So you would think by me giving that answer that something had happened. But nothing's ever happened. It's just that, but now I wouldn't even say that because I buy that success rice, which is boil it in the bag. You boil it in the bag for a certain amount of time. It comes out perfect every single time. The only thing that Kevin and I have ever really messed up is years and years ago making divinity. Because, and I think you have to just be in the right climate or the right day to make it for it to turn out right.
Yeah.
But honestly, I don't mind making anything.
No, pretty much anything.
But now I've never grilled.
Not to get blinded.
I've never used the grill. In all these years, at the age I am, I would not be able to tell you how to turn on the grill, how to do anything with the grill out back, because I've never grilled in my life. So if somebody asked me to make anything on the grill, it would be like one of these people trying to make fire for the first time on Survivor. You'd be lucky to get me to be able to make anything, because I just don't know. I've never been taught how to use a grill.
No.
So.
Never had to.
Never had to.
That's not going to answer that one. What food smells the best?
Oh, well, for me, it's going to be anything sweet. It's going to be cookies baking in the oven.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and I can just, in general, I can say Thanksgiving dinner. When somebody's, you know, I would love it when Mom was alive and we would walk into her house on Thanksgiving and she's been cooking, and you walk in and you smell, you can smell the dressing and the turkey and all the elements, the onion that's being prepared for whatever dish. And I think Thanksgiving dinner always smells wonderful.
I don't know. I like, I'm simple things like popcorn popping, as long as it's not burnt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, anything like with onions and garlic and stuff like that.
I know an answer. I know something you say every time I make it.
What?
The simplest thing ever: toast. Every single time.
It just smells good.
I
Toasty
make
bread.
toast. Kevin doesn't eat. Kevin, he doesn't mind toast.
I just don't eat
but
it.
he just doesn't eat it. So every single time I get toast, Kevin's like, "Gosh, that smells so good," and I'm like, "You know, you can make."
Yeah, I just don't eat toast.
He just doesn't eat it.
It's not my favorite meal because
Yeah.
it's boring.
It's not
But it
boring
does-
with jelly,
Oh, that's
raspberry
true.
jelly.
But
I
no,
always
it does
put
smell
jelly on
good. It does smell good. This is an odd one. If you had to wear food as clothing, what would you pick?
Oh, bologna.
I think I'd pick something like something I could stitch together and make full-on clothes.
Oh, like you could literally make clothes.
Yeah, like I don't know,
bologna
banana peels or something.
Bologna would probably tear, so you would have to pick something that's not going to tear.
Banana peels would be pretty good. Stitch that.
Yeah,
up
but
together.
that's going to take a lot of bananas. I mean, geez, a lot of bananas.
I don't know of any other food that would cover large areas.
Any of those fruits that we don't eat. Oranges. Think about those oranges that you eat. How tough those
peels.
Yes.
If they're all rounded. I don't know. I still think bananas.
Yeah.
Coconuts.
Coconuts, yeah. Nobody wants to see me in just coconut shells, trust me. But I do think fruits, because they have a tougher, I think like an orange or something like that, yes, it would take a lot, but so would banana peels.
What did Gaga do? The steak?
Meat.
Yeah, the meat dress or something like that.
Yeah. I do not need to.
Yeah, we don't have to get over.
Yeah, we don't have to get over, but I'm going to, because I don't want to get run over. People are getting off the interstate.
That's their problem.
I know, but
Gordon Ramsay has stopped by for lunch. What food do you give him? That's basically asking what's your best dish.
Oh, I would for sure. People don't know how to drive. I would for sure have you make him fried chicken.
That's what I was saying. It's fried chicken.
I would have Kevin make him his fried chicken. Now, can I get back over? Yeah. I would do fried chicken. That was the big
fried chicken is what I would do.
Yeah.
What is the biggest item of food you could fit in your mouth?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know either.
The biggest. Well, I could fit a pretty good sized cheeseburger in my mouth.
Yeah, but you can't fit the whole cheeseburger.
Oh, you mean the whole thing?
That's what I'm reading that as.
Oh. Huh.
Marshmallows. I can stick a bunch of marshmallows.
I've never tried it because I don't want to choke.
I know. I think of big bites and stuff. I don't know what the biggest. Definitely not a. A cutie orange is a little bit too big. Although I could be pretty close to getting an orange, one of the small oranges in my mouth.
A cutie?
Yeah, one of the small ones.
I'm thinking of a huge cookie or a piece of cake, something that I can,
like a pedophore,
something that's gonna collapse, that's a good size, but that's gonna collapse, and once I get it in there, I can deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's probably it's gonna be a baked good for sure.
We've talked about this before. What food would you avoid eating on a first date?
And I would avoid eating spaghetti on a first
Spaghetti
date.
or anything with a really strong smell.
Garlic.
Like don't go to a Red Lobster on a first date.
No.
But of course you both smell like
or
fish.
a second.
You both smell fishy
Or a
though.
third.
Yeah, or ever.
Or ever. just
Go to a steak place or a burger place or a coffee place. A lot of places people go to a coffee place and just get coffee and a Danish or something.
Yeah, I know somebody who anytime they go on a first date, they meet for coffee. That's what they do. They meet for coffee because you're usually not eating anything. You can get a coffee. Those coffees can last a little while. And then you can pretty much judge by that conversation whether you want to have dinner.
Invest longer.
Yeah, whether you even want to meet the person for dinner. You might not have enough in common over coffee to break bread with them.
I've always said spaghetti would be a bad first date meal.
Yeah, I think it's spaghetti.
It's because it makes a mess.
Yeah, or anything like you said, garlic.
Yeah, anything that's really smelly. No. What food would you eat out of the trash?
A baked good.
So you got a piece of bread or a cookie
a cookie or something like that. I mean, I'm not going to do that, period.
I mean,
but
I don't think they're talking about public trash.
I don't think they are.
Because I would never eat anything out of a public trash.
I would never, never.
But what would I throw away maybe in our garbage can and say, shoot, I wish I'd gotten one more bite of that.
I wish I'd gotten another bite. Probably a cupcake or something.
Something like that.
A cookie.
Yeah.
That's like.
Especially if you haven't thrown anything on top of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I'm not digging for anything.
No, I mean, I wouldn't get a piece of cake or something because that's going to be messy. But something solid like a cookie or something, I agree with that. I think that'd be a good one. You wake up in the middle of the night absolutely starving. What do you grab to eat? You know, I have to say I've never done that.
I haven't either, and it always is a puzzle to me when people do.
People
that
get
people
up to
do
eat,
that.
You know,
they get up in the middle of the night to eat
cold chicken out of the refrigerator.
Because,
so it's like I've never had the desire to eat anything when I've been sleeping.
Well, I have. I've gone to bed at night before thinking, you know, I could eat a little bit of something. I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah.
But my thought has always been, when you're asleep, you don't know you're hungry. That's just like you know, when you're asleep, you usually don't feel pain and stuff like that. And so, or if you're sick, if you got a cold or something, that doesn't affect you when you're asleep. You're asleep. And so I always think, I'll go to sleep and I won't know that I'm hungry. So to get up in the middle of the night and think I'm going to go eat me some chips, no.
But I know people do it. Maybe you all have done that. If you all have done that, why do you go? What's your go-to to get in the middle of the night? What would I grab though? Something, I don't know. I would think it'd be something light, like a chip or something.
I'm thinking a package of crackers. Like,
can you imagine eating crackers in the middle of the night? Of course, we're saying you're awake, so
if you're awake enough to go in there and get something out, then I'm going to pick out a package of peanut butter crackers.
If we had cold chicken, I would eat cold chicken because I love cold chicken.
You would, yes. You're disgusting.
I love a cold chicken
and cold pizza, and
I don't mind the cold pizza, but I would eat cold chicken anytime.
And that
cold pizza is just okay.
Stinks. When you've gone,
it's been in the fridge.
Where is that Little Caesars? When you're eating it right at that very moment that it's hot and fresh, it's okay.
Little Caesars stinks anyway.
But Little Caesars, you give that some time and it smells nasty.
Yeah, Little Caesars is the worst.
No, I'm not eating that after. What else you got?
Okay, we sneak pills to your dogs in cheese. If the roles were reversed, what would dogs sneak your pills in?
Oh, probably a cookie.
Mine would have to be like ice cream. You put a pill in ice cream, I don't know if I'd ever know it.
Yeah, you probably would. Okay, let me tell you this. That would be me too, ice cream. And let me tell you why I say that. Because I had forgotten. You just triggered a memory. When I was little, I would get kidney infections all the time. Constantly, I was getting kidney infections. And I had to take these pills that would turn my pee orange. Yeah. Bright orange. And they were really bitter. And I couldn't take a pill. So here I am, 7 years old probably. I mean, that's how young we're talking about. Probably 6, 7, 8. And I didn't learn to take a pill till I was literally like 12 or 13 years old, because I just couldn't do it. And my mom would take those they were little bitty orange pills, but they were very, very bitter. They were really red. They weren't orange, they were red, but they would turn your pee orange. And she would put them in vanilla ice cream, and they would break them up. And then you eat it. And I would eat it, and by the time I'm finished with the bowl, I mean, I knew they were in there. They weren't trying to hide them. But
there's a way to get them down.
I also knew I had to take them. Right. And that was a way to get me to eat them, was breaking them up and putting them in vanilla ice cream.
I don't think my mom and dad ever did that. I was either doing a liquid medicine, or if I had to do a pill, I guess they would just...
The only thing I
learned to take a pill pretty early, though.
At that time, at least, there was no, and I still don't know if there's any liquid medicine for a kidney infection. I don't know. Yeah. But I know at that time there was only pills. Yeah. So, and it was a common thing for me.
What food should never appear on a pizza?
Am I going to turn here?
No, it's on up.
Oh, okay. What? Oh, well, anchovies.
That was my exact thought. Was any kind of little fish? Yeah.
Yeah, anchovies.
I don't like anchovies. That sun is just ridiculous.
The sun is ridiculous. I would not want a pizza with shrimp.
Any kind of seafood.
Any kind of seafood, because I don't want a funky pizza. And I'm also completely against. I mean, if you eat it, that's fine, but I don't have to put it. I don't have to put it in my mouth. Pineapple. Yeah. I don't want it because
I don't care. I don't want that sweet
exactly.
flavor.
I love pineapple, but pineapple has its place to me, and I don't want a sweet. If I want something sweet, I'll eat a dessert. If I want a pizza, then I want that savory sauce. Yeah. I don't want a sweet pizza.
Of course, some people would argue if you get a barbecue pizza, that's sweet, but it's also got some spices and some smokiness and things like that going with it as well.
Yes.
So it's not all sweet.
Exactly.
Whereas pineapple literally is like poured sugar on it.
Yeah, I just don't, and I don't like the texture of the pineapple on the pizza.
That's true.
Because pizza, I don't know, the pineapple adds a crunch to it, and I don't know. It's not for me.
It's not for me either. What food deserves its own drive-through restaurant? I mean, a lot of those already have drive-through restaurants. Chicken, pizza. Fried chicken. I mean, what doesn't have its drive-through already? You know what I mean?
Well, in these days with curbside, like you
can
go to
even a steak place.
Yes, you can go to
Cracker Barrel or whatever.
I mean, think about it. We have really nice steak restaurants here, and they will deliver it to your front door.
They will if you want to pay for them.
But a drive-through, you're not going to get
especially if you live in the same town as that place. I don't want them delivering it to the next town.
No, but we've seen it. We've literally seen places that are would have taken them half an hour to get to our house or near our house, and they've delivered that stuff.
Yeah, they have.
But some people don't mind heating the stuff back up.
That's true. Ashley's one of those reheat persons.
She will. She'll reheat.
I don't mind reheating, but I'd rather not.
If I'm paying that much, I want it fresh.
Bring it to my table.
Yeah. So really,
but I don't mind eating at the curbside though either.
But really, we eat everything. You can get everything curbside or through a drive-thru these days.
I wonder if somebody would say, like, macaroni and cheese is so good, they need a restaurant with just macaroni and cheese.
Oh,
I guess that's
like
what
a
they're
theme?
thinking.
Okay, because I was going to say a lot of places sell, like Chick-fil-A has macaroni and cheese, and Culver's has macaroni and cheese.
But not its own.
But not its own macaroni and cheese restaurant. No, that's true.
What food smells the worst? I think pretty much any seafood, if you're microwaving it, smells horrible.
Yeah. Some of that stuff that you've reviewed,
it stinks the whole kitchen.
Yeah, it'll stink the whole kitchen up.
Seafood is what I think smells the worst. Cabbage is pretty bad.
Yeah, we haven't eaten cabbage in years. Yeah, I would say I agree with you. Seafood. Some of those meals that Kevin reviews on his lunchtime review channel, some of those can stink up the house pretty bad.
Yeah, and some of them are pretty innocent. They seem like they wouldn't be bad at all. Then you cook them, and it's like, wow,
yeah,
that
it's
thing's
like,
funky.
yeah, and it lingers.
And it stays around forever.
Yeah, so I would say, but for the most part, I would say seafood.
We've answered that one before. If you could lay any food like a chicken lays eggs, what would you lay?
Yeah, but then do I have to eat it if it's coming out of my hind end?
Well, I'm assuming it's in a shell, so you're opening it and eating it.
I guess Cadbury cream eggs.
Can't beat a chocolate egg.
Okay, I want, just so, since we're on the subject, in the UK, Cadbury cream eggs, they've come out with a Biscoff egg. I want to try those so bad because you all know how I love Biscoff.
Yeah, Freeway in UK is it actually tastes like Biscoff?
Yeah, does it? Because it looks like it's full of Biscoff cream. So Kevin and I looked it up because I said, I want to order some of these. Well, you can't order them off Amazon.
No, you can order them off these British food sites, but they're really expensive.
Yes, they're very, very, very expensive, so I haven't ordered any. But it'll probably be a couple years. I'd say World Market will end up getting them at some point.
Yeah.
But I want to try those so bad. So if you've had one, you have to tell me what you thought about it. So, but that's what I would
Cadbury. See, I don't like Cadbury cream eggs that much.
Well, I'm thinking the size and the shape would not be
painful.
Yeah, I was trying to think a little, give it a little thought.
I mean, like chicken nuggets, or
it would be smooth.
Chicken nuggets, or steak bites, or something like that. I wouldn't want a whole steak out of there, but
I wouldn't want a chicken nugget coming out.
It's in a shell.
A chicken nugget in a shell?
Well, I'm saying if you're laying it, it would have to be in a container. You wouldn't just lay raw chicken out. You know?
It's a disturbing thought.
It is a disturbing thing.
Because a chicken wouldn't eat an egg.
No, you might.
Okay.
That's a weird question.
That reminds me of fried green tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
What would be the worst food to add to a smoothie? Trout.
Again, the fish.
Some people probably do lose fish oil and stuff, but
I would not want fish oil. I wouldn't want fish. You would not want spinach. You're not a spinach person.
No, I mean, I could handle spinach, but I wouldn't prefer spinach.
I'm going to turn here.
Yeah.
You're not a spinach person, so you wouldn't want spinach. But I would think, a lot of those, and I know it's real popular, but those protein powders, a lot of those protein powders, I wouldn't like them because they're so strong and funky that I just would, and I know that's why people are drinking them for all that protein, but I personally would not like that flavor at all. Like, they can't cover it up.
No,
a lot of times.
Too strong.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
Okay.
What's a food you wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole?
Oh,
I got a couple of things.
Most of the meals, just to be honest, most of the meals that Kevin reviews on his Lunchtime Review channel,
you wouldn't want.
I would not put in my mouth for anything. No, I would not eat that stuff, and that's why you don't see me on that channel. That's why that's his channel. He does it. It's because it started when he was working. He was going to those videos. If you've never been to that channel, you've got to see some of those old videos because they're back when he was in an office and he was almost whispering. And he's trying to do these reviews without other people knowing, because Kevin's a very quiet person. Kevin is not a showy person at all. And so Kevin would not want anybody to know that he was actually doing a food review in his office. So he's being really quiet. And but anyway, most of the food that he tries, there's no way.
So I have two things. Escargot.
Okay.
I got three things. Escargot, which reminded me of the next thing.
Keeps going up. Okay.
Oysters.
Okay.
And nowadays, lobster. Or any crustacean like that.
Okay.
Like a little shrimp that look like cockroaches.
Yes.
Lobster and stuff. We wouldn't eat any of those.
Okay, so I have to. Do you want me to finish this when you come back out?
There you go.
Okay. There's a woman that I watch, and she has a YouTube channel, and I really like her channel. She is in Australia, and so she's always cooking these meals in Australia. Well, at Christmas time, she got like 3 huge containers of shrimp.
It was a crate.
And it literally grossed me out to see her and hear the sound. She was preparing these shrimp, and their little eyeballs are just disgusting.
Little legs.
They have these little black eyeballs and these little feeler things and these little legs. And I used to eat shrimp all the time. I mean,
prepared and battered and breaded.
Yes. But to hear her and see her do that, I thought, I can't wait till she makes it past all these shrimp that she's bought, because it literally grossed me out.
Yeah.
And I told Kevin, I said, I'm never going to be able to
any
eat shrimp
seafood
again.
like that. I mean, I could eat shrimp as long as it's like battered. I don't even like the unbattered shrimp, the kinds that you just sit in a tray and eat cold.
Yeah, I told Kevin I won't be able to eat shrimp again after watching.
I can eat them with breading on it, but oysters, no.
And
Escargot, never gonna try them.
My dad loves oysters. Escargot. Ashley, our daughter, loves snails. They're her favorite thing in the world are snails. And then when we went to Hawaii on the first trip, we saw
Massive
a giant snail. And we were looking for them all over the place the next few times we went, and we never saw another one. But I mean, it was, if I could have brought it home, I would have brought the darn thing home. I wouldn't eat one of those. No.
All right, so what do you think Darth Vader's favorite food is?
He seems like he'd like shrimp.
Shrimp.
He seems like he'd like seafood.
Yeah, eat them raw.
Or like those little grub worms.
Monkey brains.
Those big those grub worms. The ones that are real ugly and white looking and nasty. He looks like he'd eat something like that.
And my guess is he'd like just a big old steak.
Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I going left up here at the end?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, this is a good one. Someone's eating next to you on the train. Could be the airplane too.
We probably talked about this.
What food do you pray they're not eating?
McDonald's.
I'm thinking again, any kind of seafood.
Any hot food. I'm praying
most fast foods, burgers, any of that stuff.
Does it say hot food or just
no?
food?
It just says food.
Okay, I'm going to say any hot food, and we've talked about this before. I've gone on a whole rant about it.
When you're eating it, it smells good. When you're not eating it, it's stinky.
No, I don't think it should be allowed to bring hot food on an enclosed mode of transportation.
I told you, I think I may have even said this on video, the Instagram video of the woman opening a whole seafood boil on a flight.
Idiots. Just idiots.
You know that whole plane stank.
Yeah, and they shouldn't have allowed her to do it. Yeah, that should not be allowed.
What food goes best with cheese? I'm thinking like pizza, a hamburger. They're probably thinking more fancy, like,
fondue.
Or sausage, just some kind of pepperoni or whatever.
No, I think
cheese on a pizza is a must.
Yeah, I really don't want a pizza. If it doesn't have cheese on it, then you can keep it.
Yeah, like it's got like white sauces with no cheese. It's just like big bay leaves or something on it.
Yeah, I like. I think a pizza you have to have cheese. But did you say what goes best?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think pizza.
Yeah, that's the only food I can think of that it's almost a requirement.
Because I can eat a
grilled cheese, then it's just toast, but
Right, right. I can eat a burger without cheese.
Yeah.
I prefer to have cheese, but I can eat it without cheese. But pizza, it's a must.
Yeah, it's a must. What food have you not eaten in years? I can't think of anything specific that I haven't eaten in years.
I have not eaten a real peanut butter and jelly sandwich in years. This car behind me is coming in hot. She can slow her roll.
To be fair, you didn't give her much notice.
I put my signal on.
5 feet before the turn.
I put my signal on.
She did put her signal on. Just happened to be really late. I'm a very early turn signal on person. I turn mine on early to where they know I'm going to be turning somewhere up ahead.
She was going too fast.
She was going way too fast. So what food have I not eaten in a long time?
I'm going to say peanut butter and jelly.
Actual peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, because, and the only time I ever have Jif peanut butter is if it's in a recipe. Because I quit eating real peanut butter sandwiches a long time ago. And like one of the things that I could eat for lunch every day when I was obese, I would eat, two things I would eat all the time. I could go through a whole sleeve of Ritz crackers with Jif peanut butter about that thick on there. It was probably 3,000 calories I was eating for lunch. Man. So that's one thing that I used to eat for lunch when I was obese. Another thing I used to eat for lunch was I would make a whole pan of macaroni and cheese with Velveeta. I would make a whole pan for myself. Nobody else was home. I was the only one at home, and I would make a stovetop on the stove, not baked, but with elbow macaroni and like half a block of Velveeta cheese, and eat it like a champ.
If you're wondering how you lose weight, think about what you're eating.
Yeah, maybe don't eat that crap.
I thought of something I haven't had in like I can't even tell you how long.
Oh, what?
Bologna.
Oh no, we don't eat bologna.
I haven't had bologna in probably 20 years.
In my family, always, I grew up on a bologna that Kevin wasn't used to, and that's garlic bologna.
Yeah, we never had
Dad only bought garlic bologna.
Well, bologna's not strong enough as it is.
It was like Oscar Mayer or something, and it had those red, you took a piece out, you took the red ring off of it. I used to love a bologna, cheese, and believe it or not, mayonnaise sandwich. It's the only thing I would put mayonnaise on. Not much as far as sandwiches go. But yeah, bologna, cheese, and mayonnaise. And we bought it a lot when we were first married. I think, that's just because we were used to. Yeah. I think you do a lot of the same things that your parents get. And
it's cheap.
And then you develop your own. Like, I can buy whatever I want to buy.
Right. And then you make a pan of macaroni and cheese.
And that's also how you gain weight and become obese. It's like, I'm out of the house and I'm going to eat whatever I want. Yeah. And
but the last time I remember eating it was probably a time your dad bought some or something.
Yeah.
And had a bologna sandwich. I haven't had bologna sandwiches in literally 20-some years.
No.
I'm not even going to go into that one. What food do you hate the texture of? There's so many foods I hate the texture of. I can't even start.
Andrew would say Turkish delight.
That's true. What food? A lot of these can just be any kind of seafood. What food would make the worst ice cream flavor? Seafood.
Oh, and think about it at Christmas. That Archie McPhee brand of candy canes, they make like a salmon flavor and a Kraft macaroni and cheese flavor of candy canes.
Yeah.
Because I posted a picture of them back at Christmas. We've seen them at I saw them at Jungle Jim's International Market, but then I also have seen them at Rocket Fizz. They have them at Rocket Fizz, those candy canes. But yeah,
can't imagine it being any good.
Yeah, any kind of fish. Yeah, that I wouldn't want that.
You've got a food truck. What food do you sell most, or what food do you sell? I would say fried chicken because I really like fried chicken and I would think it was so good, but that would be awfully hot in that food truck, making fried chicken. I'll probably end up with deli sandwiches.
I'm going to sell something sweet. I'm
going to sell ice creams or donuts or something?
I'm going to sell probably cookies.
Cookies? That'd be a good one, and they wouldn't be too, but you're going to be baking them.
Yeah.
Unless you bake them the night before and put them in the truck.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell cookies. I thought of something, I know we're going back a little bit, but I thought of something that I would not want to be an ice cream flavor.
Right.
I would not want to be a pizza topping.
Okay.
Because it's just something I don't like. And you don't either. Truffle.
Yeah, that's true.
Truffle.
And it's very common, too.
It is common.
It's too earthy for me, and I love a mushroom, but that's too much.
And do you remember on Landman when she paid, like, I don't know, something outrageous?
$10,000 or something for this little truffle. And she was shaving it on their pizza or something.
And I would want it.
Or macaroni and cheese or something.
It's spaghetti, I think. Yeah. But it would ruin the whole
Some kind
meal.
of pasta.
It would ruin the whole meal.
It's so strong.
Yeah, so anyway.
What food reminds you of home?
Oh, I think, believe it or not, it sounds weird, but pimento cheese sandwiches remind me of home. Vegetable soup reminds me of home.
Yeah, those are things they always like to make.
Chili reminds me of home. On any holiday, like Thanksgiving, I always think of Mom.
Yeah.
I always think of Mom, and you know,
when you're making like dressing and stuff.
yeah, and well, and I think too, like, I mean, and just the other day, it occurred to me. I was just thinking, you know, she had to do the same thing that I'm doing with her mom. When her mom died, we were kids, and you know, it affected us. It affected me that my grandmother Scott had died, but as a little kid, you don't realize what somebody else is going through, and she still is having to go through the motions of being a mom and do all those things, and she's hurting, and you're too little to help with that or to even understand that. And so I still think of that now. I think, you know, even though my mom's been gone since 2011, that's something I don't think you ever get over. I don't think you ever get over wanting to ask them things or tell them things or share things with them, share things that are going on. And so anyway, I didn't mean to go off on a whole thing, but it's just something, you know, that you just you don't think about when you're a little kid what they're going through. But the smells of certain foods like Thanksgiving and stuff like that, oh yeah, I always think of home.
See, there's no food that my mom like made that really says like, ooh, Mom made that all the time. That reminds me of Mom cooking whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Just we always had like quick meals because Mom was always working, Dad was always working, you know. I got fed plenty, but it was nothing like, I don't know.
Just from a different person's perspective, and I'm not trying to sound mean or anything like that, but it seemed like your mom made simple things that could be reheated.
Yeah, that's a lot of times.
Yeah.
Or sandwiches, or
right.
I mean, we made plenty of hot food, but it was mostly like skillet meals, like.
Right. Sorry, I didn't mean to put my break on that at me. I remember her even
cream
making
of mushroom soup, and egg noodles, and some chicken or hamburger in it. You know,
I remember her making like mashed potatoes to reheat later because she was working.
Yeah, stuff like that. So anyway, when we did Thanksgiving, I mean, she always did Thanksgiving, but it was nothing like brings me back to that time.
I know
I
something that reminds you. Yes, I know two things. Okay, because it's so funny because you just said this the other night. You said, and this is not home cooked food, but it's just it has to do with this. Kevin said that every time he eats popcorn, he thinks of his mom.
Well, that's true.
You do.
That's true, because Mom would eat it every night and then throw up.
And she would get sick.
Not every night, but almost every night she would eat popcorn.
What
and
a
then
memory.
Get sick.
What a cozy family memory.
Yeah, I don't know why she got sick, but she was and why, knowing that it made you sick every time you ate it,
would you eat it? Because she liked it so much that she couldn't help it. But let me tell you something else.
That is true. That doesn't really take me home, but that brings back a memory.
And let me tell you something else that every time we make it, I think of your family specifically, is Chex Mix. Because my family never did Chex Mix. We never made Chex Mix. I had never had Chex Mix in my life until I met you.
Oh, really?
No. And then I had Chex Mix with you.
Even in the bags, the pre-made Chex Mix?
No, had never had that before I met you.
Interesting.
I was young when I met you too,
That's true.
But, so every year when we make Chex Mix for Christmas, I think of Kevin and Kevin's family because they made Chex Mix every year and we didn't.
That's true. All right, so what's the ultimate picnic food? I got an idea.
Well, I know that we have said this over and over again, and we sound like that we only eat certain foods, but I'm going to say fried chicken.
Fried chicken. No, because you grab a bucket of KFC and go.
Yes, and that's what exactly
people do.
We have done that before.
Yeah.
We have done that so many times.
You get that, take a blanket and lay it on the ground.
Grabbed a bucket of KFC and it's perfect. And
comes with everything you want.
You get biscuits and they're delicious.
Yeah, got everything you need.
That sounds good right now.
And it'd be KFC. It wouldn't be Popeyes or something.
No, it'd be KFC and extra crispy chicken.
Now, if you were going to like a family reunion where it's potluck, what would you take to a potluck? where you're supposed to make something and take. That's different.
Oh, that's completely different. I would take macaroni salad, potato salad,
Something like that. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Do you remember when we went? I think it was on the 4th of July, and Dad, we were with Mom and Dad, and they had bought, I think it was KFC, and we were going to walk into like a auditorium or something. It was outside, but we were walking into someplace, and we were going to take our food in and eat it once we got in. Kevin and I would have never chosen to do that. What the heck are you doing, woman? She's like insane.
I think she wanted over here, but she didn't realize you were right there.
Yeah, she was literally going to push her way into me. Anyway, we got to the entrance, and they said, you're not allowed to bring that
outside
in here.
Food.
Can't
well, I'm
bring
sure
that.
they had food trucks and stuff in there to where they didn't want you to buy. That's probably when we were going 4th of July, fireworks.
That's what I'm saying,
stuff.
the 4th of July.
Yeah, when they did fireworks at a park.
Yeah, and they would not let us bring it in there.
They wanted to sell their own.
So
food.
we had to walk all the way back to the car and eat out in the car.
Yeah,
but you know, you and I would have done that anyway. You and I would have
eaten beforehand.
Yeah, we would have eaten in the car beforehand. We wouldn't have taken it in and wanting to eat in front of all those people.
But I'm thinking that was one of those half-day things where you start at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and it's there all
You're
day long.
You're there all day long, yes. Yeah.
What food did you hate but have since grown to enjoy? I'm sure there's all kinds of stuff.
I'm going to say broccoli. I never really ate on broccoli until
vegetables.
I met you.
Yeah.
So I didn't hate broccoli. I hadn't had an experience with broccoli. And now I like it raw. I like it cooked.
Cauliflower? Not me.
I like raw only cauliflower.
Yeah.
If it's cooked, you can forget about it.
I only eat it cooked.
But I've never hated cauliflower though. I've always liked it. From the first that I had it, I've always liked cauliflower. Yeah.
She's strong for me. Mine's gonna be vegetables too, but it's gonna be like kale and
I would say people know this from reviews, but I mean, mango, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
Yeah.
Passion fruit, most of the time we hate it, but some very rare times, probably when they're making it the way it's not supposed to be made, we actually like it.
When it's more peachy.
Yeah, we actually like it. So stuff like that.
Yeah. What's your go-to food when you're feeling unwell?
Oh, crackers.
I was going to say saltine cracker or Ritz crackers.
Saltine crackers and
some Sprite or 7-Up.
Diet Sprite and saltine crackers. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Now, unless I've got like a cold or something like where I'm stopped up and stuff, then I don't feel like eating anything. Mm-hmm. But yes, crackers is my going to be.
Yes.
Some people would probably say chicken soup and all that. So I've never been a soup eater, so I don't really crave soup. So
I like soup, but when I'm sick enough to want saltine crackers and a Sprite, then I'm usually in the bed. And I can't eat soup in the bed, but boy, I can take me a sleeve of crackers up and put that in the bed.
Yeah, helps settle your stomach.
So that's just something I can eat in the bed.
Yeah.
You know?
If aliens landed, which food would you serve them first?
Ooh.
I would probably pick either a pizza or a big old cheeseburger. Something about American as you can get, apple pie,
Right, yeah.
In other countries, it'd be other things, I'm sure.
Yeah. Probably, I think a cheeseburger is a really good choice. I think just a greasy cheeseburger.
Yeah, kind of share what you like, because I like a good cheeseburger.
Yeah.
What food would you rather eat raw than cooked? You just said cauliflower.
Cauliflower, like if it's cooked, I will not. And Kevin and I have tried all those cauliflower crusts. And I've said before, people are like, oh, you can't taste it. Yes, you can. They're lying to you.
Awful.
You can smell it. You can taste it. They're not hiding it at all.
No,
it's
they've just gotten used to it.
Yes, those people are they're used to eating that pizza. They're not used to real pizza anymore.
They're used to smelling and eating cauliflower is what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or what? Now, wait a minute.
Fruits is something I would rather have raw than cooked. Like apples and things like that. I would much rather have.
Now, see, I love cooked apples. I love apples and all that, like in a pie.
It's in syrup and stuff. I'd still rather have a raw apple.
Yes. But what about carrots? You don't like carrots anyway, do you?
No, I wouldn't want that raw.
Okay.
going the opposite way. The only way I like carrots cooked.
But you don't like them really cooked either.
I don't mind them if they're soft. If they're really good and tender, I don't mind. I don't mind the flavor of carrots. I just don't like that. They're kind of bitter when they're not cooked all the way. If they get really super tender and all the nutrients are cooked out of it, that's why I like it.
And I'll eat them anyway.
Yeah,
I like them.
I just don't like them that much.
I like them.
I got two more. What's a food that would taste good deep fried? That wouldn't taste good deep fried?
Oh, that wouldn't taste good deep fried?
I can't imagine a food that wouldn't taste good deep fried. Because everything could be deep fried. Twinkies, Oreo. You batter them and deep fry them, they're good.
Wouldn't taste good deep fried.
Shrimp tastes better deep fried. Fish in general tastes better deep fried.
Yeah, it does.
You can deep fry bacon. You can deep fry. A steak wouldn't be very good, but you can deep fry bacon and stuff like that.
I wouldn't want a deep fried steak.
That's what I'm saying. Probably something like that. Steak.
Yeah.
An unbreaded piece of chicken probably wouldn't be very good deep fried.
Or like there's just things that aren't practical.
Fruit.
Like spaghetti.
Deep fried apple.
Or lasagna.
That's
things
true.
that are like casseroles.
Yeah, but they put those in those little pockets, those little pasta things, and make like the lasagna.
Well, if it's in a pocket, that's different.
Yeah,
but
true.
It's not practical to do a casserole.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I think most things are better deep fried. I like deep fried food.
Oh, yeah, this is the funny one. You ready?
Okay.
Your teeth have fallen out. Bad luck. What food would be most challenging to eat?
Corn on the cob.
Oh, I think you could gum corn. You'd have to cut it off. You couldn't eat it on the cob. That's true.
Cob.
You couldn't. You'd have a hard time gumming corn on the cob.
I know we've already mentioned uncooked carrots, crispy cauliflower. Stuff like that is really, really crunchy. Apples, biting into an apple.
Yeah.
Fruits, very crunchy things like that. I think
steak would be tough. You could do it, but it'd be tough.
Yes, there are men that I have heard say that they can eat steak with no teeth, but I think fruit in general would be a challenge.
Yeah, it would be a challenge.
So that is the end of the vlog for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the discussion. If you want to answer any of these questions, then please feel free. We love hearing your responses, love hearing your answers, and we'll have to do this again with more subjects, and it won't just be food. But for this week, it was all food, and that's why a lot of you watch the channel anyway, is for food content. So I think that's something that people just like to talk about in general, is food. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next week.